Rejoice! Rejoice! The 6th set of Star Wars Unlimited Secrets of Power has dropped into the TCG. A set of scheming, of plotting, of claiming political power in a galaxy far, far away. So folks, happy pre-release week. Of course, when this releases, pre-releases will probably be concluded at your locals. But at the time of this recording, as I'm recording this, it is pre-release week and weekend. Meaning that if your shop is doing a pre-release for Star Wars Unlimited Secret of Power, go out there and have some fun. I've already done 2 pre-releases over at Bulldog Community Gaming, LLC, where I actually bought this pre-release kit for you all. A link down in the description below if you guys want to check out the Facebook page for information on Bulldog. Highly recommend coming down. We got a good group of guys that play some Star Wars Unlimited. That is Saturday nights at 6 p.m. So, in those 2 pre-release kits, I got pretty lucky. I pulled 2 Queen Amidala's, 1 holo, 1 non-holo, 1 hyperspace Thrawn, and then in my second one, I was able to pull a Chopper and a Lando Calrissian. So I pulled some pretty good legendaries, and of course, I have a couple booster boxes I pre-ordered from Bulldog. I had 2 Carbonites I pre-ordered from Bulldog, so I got a good amount of cards to, of course, see what legendaries and all that I was able to pull, as well as while I was there, I did see someone pull a showcase leader, a Bail Organa showcase leader, exactly from the same case that this one came from, so maybe we'll get lucky and that case had 2 showcase leaders. I wouldn't mind that. But by the way, do make sure to keep an eye out for a box opening of Secrets of Power, as well as our Carbonite opening. I opened 2 Carbonites for you all, 24 packs of Carbonites. It was a lot of fun. I'm not going to spoil anything because I've already, at the time of this recording, I've already recorded those, so those are already done. So by the time this one's out, those ones will be coming out in the future. So, and as well as I have recorded for the spotlights as well. So if you guys are curious what comes in the Chancellor Palpatine and Padme Amidala spotlights, I have opened those for you as well, so you guys can see if it's worth your money to go buy those spotlights. But anyways, I like to tradition. When the set comes out, I do like to bust open a pre-release kit for you all, so you guys can see a pre-release kit. I just think this is the last thing I'm going to get. I have one more pre-release I am going to go to, and that is Valkyrie Bolts on Thursday. And then I will be done with pre-releases, and I will be moving into drafting for this set. So, and then after I draft, I'm pretty much just going to probably buy everything else that I'm missing, and then go from there. So without further ado, let's bust open this pre-release kit here. Man, my luck just rip-tabbing them has been 0 to none. So, if you're new to Star Wars Unlimited or have been on that fence of, hey, should I go to a pre-release? What do I get in it? Let's discuss that. You get 6 packs of the current set of Star Wars Unlimited. You get a little storage case. Some people like these. Inside, you get the hyperspace leaders. So if you're someone who's a collector, this is the only way to get the hyperspace leaders besides going on the secondary market and picking them up is through the pre-release. And then you also get this little cool divider, which I personally like to keep. So you do get that, as well as a little booklet to tell you how to build for a pre-release if it's your first pre-release. I have done quite a few now, so I don't need to read the rules there. Minimum 30 card deck, again with the exact same restrictions as normal Star Wars Unlimited. You choose 1 leader, 1 base. Your colors have to then be built on your leader and your base, but you can swap leaders and bases and cards in between rounds. There's no restriction like Premier where you're stuck with that 1 deck for the entirety of the tournament. And finally, you do get some cardboard tokens if you're completely new and need some cardboard tokens. I will be keeping this. A friend likes to collect these. It's a little sad. The Battle of Hoth set came out and we got 3s, and we still don't have 3s here. So that is a little sad that they still haven't printed 3s in this cardboard set. So before we dive into our 6 packs and see how lucky we get and what we'll be able to build from, let's just take a quick look at our 2 leaders in here. Once again, these are the spotlight leaders. So again, if you're someone who's a collector and you're looking to get your hands on the hyperspace versions of them, you do have to go out to a pre-release to get them. Otherwise, you can get the normal arts out of a Spotlight deck. So anyways, you can also use these leaders in the pre-release as well. So if you're wanting to play either of these, you can. You have, of course, Chancellor Palpatine that states on his front side, pay 1 to tap him to the top 5 cards of your deck for a card with plot, reveal it and draw it. He flips for 7, and then when he flips for 7, the next card you play using plot costs 3 less. As a reminder, plot is a new mechanic from Star Wars Unlimited that states when you flip your leader, you can play as many plot cards to as many resources as you have. You must review each and every plot card you're going to play that phase, play that turn when you flip him, and then you'll pay the resources for each and every single one of your plots. So he basically allows you to reduce the first plot you pay by 3, and then you can play the next one. Just be mindful that after you use a plot card, you must take the top card of your deck and put it face down as the new resource. So you do lose that resource does become inactive. So very important when you do flip leaders for plot that you know how many resources you have, because basically the resource that replaces the plot resource will be put in rested mode. And then you have Padme Amidala that reads on her front side. When you reveal a card, reveal or discard one or more cards from your hand, you may exhaust this leader. If you do, deal 1 damage to a unit. She flipped for 6, 3, 8, and then Chancellor Palpatine 6, 8. When you reveal or discard one or more cards from your hand, you may deal 1 damage to a unit. A pretty okay card for like this like sealed event because of the way she works, but she only really works if you can maybe get enough of like the disclosed mechanic cards out of your 6 packs to really support her. Otherwise, these 2 leaders aren't overly strong. Like, you have to get kind of lucky to get some good plot stuff for the Chancellor. Padme really needs like really good reveal stuff to kind of play around with. So sometimes these leaders here for like the Spotlight leaders aren't really the best leaders to build in around for sealed. And there are definitely a lot of leaders that come in the set that are definitely not good to build around in sealed. But nonetheless, you do get these 2 leaders if you definitely want to choose to decide to play them. Like if you want a big booty Chancellor Palpatine, and maybe you got enough plots where you can really make him work. Or maybe you got enough disclosed cards in a color that you can actually make this work. So nonetheless, you can choose to do either of those leaders. And without further ado, let's discuss our pack arts. We got, of course, Cassian, Mon Mothma, Jabba the Hutt, another Cassian, Mon Mothma, and Jabba the Hutt. So we got 2 of each of them. So let's start off with our good friend Cassian Andor. We got a C-3PO leader, pay 1 to exhaust. Pay 1, exhaust him. You control an exhausted unit, may exhaust a unit. He comes in for 4. On attack, you control another exhausted unit, may exhaust a unit. An okay leader for maybe Seal, but I'm not so just yet. Anyways, as a reminder, you can use any base, any common base in the game. If you don't pull, say, you don't pull any blue bases and you want to use blue, no worries, just you can use a blue base. So anyways, we do have the Imperial Prison Complex. Then for the rest of the pack, we have the Jussarian Commandos, Chandurian Sponsor, Reconnaissance, Rotunda Senate Guard, Contempt for Culture, Contraband Starhopper, Biguel, Sith Assassin, Corellian Hounds, No One Ever Knew, Cadell Carnex, Premor Personal Carrier, the Ebon Hawk, and then a Creditor's Claim. Next up, we got Colonel Yularen. I think actually a really good leader for Sealed. Action, tap him, attack with a unit. Then if you may attack with another unit that costs less than it. It flips for 5 with a 4/6, and when this unit completes attack and survives, you may attack with another unit that costs 4 or less. Even no matter what, this is a pretty good package. Even your villain package isn't good. Like the Crucible is really good in this set. There's a lot of really good things you could do with him. And even if he dies and you can flip him back over, even attacking with like a 6, a 7, and then anything that lower than a 7 is still very good. Try to keep this guy in mind. I think he can actually be very good for your pre-releases. And then we have Mount Tantus, a Death Trooper, Unveiled Might, Defense Fleet X-Wing, Sudden Ferocity, plot cards right there for you all, both, if you want to flip your leader. Skyhopper Canyon Runner, Grassroots Resistance, Ambition's Reward, Kira's Whispers, Supreme Council Aid, Zam Wessel, C-3PO, Ahsoka Tano. We did pull a legendary in Lando Calrissian. All right, Mr. Lando is here. 7/6/8 grit. When played, you may choose an enemy unit and another friendly non-leader unit. If you do, heal 6 damage from your base, and that enemy unit captures the friendly unit. A pretty okay card for probably some sealed play for his fact that you can heal that 6 from your base, and thanks to that grit as well, he can punch into things and then get a little bit bigger and stronger. And then we have a hollow Harda Price. Next up, we got Miss Satine Kairis. Action, you can heal up to 2 damage from a unit. If you do, deal that much damage to your base. Action 5, flip her over. She's a 5/08 with Restore 4 on her front side. So she's actually a pretty cool leader. I did actually try her out for the event. We did a best of 1, and she won me 2 games in best of 1. Mainly I did her with red, and all I did was equip her with a bunch of like sudden ferocity and a bunch of upgrades so that I could actually have her attack and heal the 4, and then it doesn't really matter because I mean I can take the damage on my base. I was written blue, so I have blue heroic cards, and she's actually one of the leaders I'm going to build around in Premier. Thanks to the fact that she's got the Mandalorian trait, I can throw in the Dark Saber and give her the Dark Saber. And since she's in blue heroic, that gives me a whole lot of things. So she may be something like think about for like double blue. Talking about double blue, here's the Rick's Road. We're not playing double blue in or double color in a pre-release in any way. Naboo Security Force, Armor of Fortune, Imperial Dark Trooper, Reconnaissance Hyperspace, Lurking Snubfighter, High Command Counselor, Strike Force X-Wing, Lone Shark, APS Loader, Diplomatic Immunity, Kinoloy, When Has Become Now, Chancellor Palpatine, I Am the Senate, and then Scour the Archives, Hollow. We're on our last 3 packs here, folks. We're going to start off with a good old Jabba the Hutt. I don't think we're going to be pulling a showcase, but who knows. A hyperspace version of C-3PO. Again, you can only use the leaders that you pull from the event. So far we've gotten 2 C-3POs, 1 Satine, and 1 Colonel Yularen. Then we have another Rick's Road, Daro Commando, Knowledge and Defense, Diplomatic Envoy, Clandestine Connections, a nice hyperspace there, Catch Unawares, Remote Escort Tank, Imperial Occupier, Emissaries from Ryloth, Slymore, Jar Jar Binks. Both of these have plot and actually are pretty good. When Slymore, when played for this phase, each enemy unit gets -2 while it's attacking the base. And then Jar Jar Binks, when played, give another friendly unit +2/+2 for the phase. And we have Hondo Anaka, which plot, and it gives raid 1 to all other friendly units. And then we have Restore Freedom. Pretty okay card. There were some people playing this. Play a unit from your hand. It costs 1 less for each heroic aspect icon among your friendly units. And then we have an Armor of Fortune Hollow. On to the Mon Mothma pack. With a Deidre, okay, this is a pretty good leader we could build around. Deidre states on it, pay 1, choose an enemy unit, its controller may deal 2 damage to it. They don't, you get to draw a card. Deidre flips for 4, she's a 2/5 that states on her backside. When you have more cards in your hand than your opponent, she gains raid 2. So, something to keep a lookout. We got a Hyperspace Imperial Prison Complex. Then a Rexarian Assembly, Jade Squadron Patrol, with Thunderous Applause, Lost Jedi, Crate Veteran, Outer Rim Constable, ISB Agent, Inspector Shuttle, Academy Disciplinary, Renewed Friendship, Charged with Treason, Faith in Your Friends, The Elite Squad, and then Rebellious Functionary. Hollow. Our last pack, Cassian Andor. It looks like the luck of getting a showcase was not in this box. As we have Jabba the Hutt for you all. Action, pay 1, tap him. A friendly damage unit deals 1 damage on an enemy unit. If the friendly unit has 3 or more damage on it, it deals 2 damage a step. Flip him for 5. 2/8 on his back. When a friendly unit is dealt damage and survives, you may have that unit deal that much damage to an enemy unit. Use his ability once per round. So a pretty actually neat leader to think about doing some stuff with. Especially because we got that Lando that has grit. And then we have Senate Rotunda, Counselor's Cruiser, Buntonian Thornthopper, Beloved Orator, Nimble Prowess, Unauthorized Investigation, Venice Shadow Fighter, Assassin's Probe, Pursue the Lead, Emissaries Stealthopede, Hunter, Synthicaz, Hired Slicer, Galen Urso, and Charge with Treason Hollow. So we only pulled one legendary from here, and that was, of course, the Lando Calrissians. But I don't think it was a bad opening. I think you could build a deck around what we got here. Our leaders are very limited. I think maybe, truth be told, it'd be either between our two leaders. I think I could see a Duchess Satine play there. The leads I think I would play around with this would be either Colonel Yularen, 𝐑𝐄𝐋𝐀, or Duchess Satine. Probably Colonel Yularen if I was really thinking about it, just because of that double attacking ability, even though I think our green package kind of is lacking. But again, it's up to you to what you want to choose. The Jabba is actually a pretty good card there. We did get like a Death Trooper. I think we got a couple of Death Troopers, so we could use those with Jabba, dealing 2 damage to itself or dealing 2 damage to another unit. But yeah, it's kind of just up unto you. I don't know what I would build out of this. I probably might go 𝐑𝐄𝐋𝐀 or Colonel Yularen and see what I could put together with those two. But yeah, let me know your thoughts, guys, down in the comments on this pre-release kit. Have you guys gotten lucky opening some pre-releases? What have you pulled? Have you seen someone pull a showcase? Like I said, I saw someone pull a Bail Organa showcase from one of the boxes. So the case that this one came out of did have a showcase in it. But yeah, you can let me know down in the comments your thoughts on, of course, the opening, your thoughts on the cards, if you guys have done some pre-releases, if you guys are going to do some pre-releases, how was your pre-release weekend and week, and while you're commenting, do make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you can notify when my videos go live for you, and we'll see you here next time on Model Dragons TCG.